Hello, everyone.
Hello, good morning. Probably
Yeah.
not morning for you.
Not for me, no, it's mid-afternoon.
It's Sonic Mania Day.
Why?
Me.
Why do I have a PC?
But out of the goodness of my heart, I'm gonna hang out with you, and we're gonna answer some Ghost of Future questions for a little bit.
For 30 minutes.
I can only stand that long, okay?
Fair enough.
I have limits.
Okay, alright. Now, I believe we have Patreon questions first, because they're the ones who pay us.
Yep, we got 3 Patreon questions. Let's see. The first one is from Dracanath, and they ask, Nicole, her backstory. Who originally programmed her and developed the nanites she controls? Should we
Well,
tell them? A little
that's
spoiler.
kind of a
It's not
spoiler.
really a spoiler because she has heavily implied where she's from.
I suppose we can get away with telling a little bit. Not too much, though.
She's from the Ark, and she was programmed by Gerald.
She's basically the Ark's artificial intelligence, I guess you could
Yeah.
say.
But what happened to her after that, that's more important.
It's spoilerific. We can't tell you that. Not yet.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is from Brianna Cedarstorm. And, this is more of just like a general question, but what's it like having a comic as large as it is with more to come? What do you think about how your art has improved through the comic? And is Patreon a decent income? Ghost of Future kinda built up slowly, so I only notice how big it is when I stop and look back.
You've been at this since you were 14, right?
Yep. 10 years. And, my art has improved massively, largely through making the comic in general. It's what helped me, keep regular practice going. And,
Sonic has a neck.
yeah, don't look at the old stuff. It's beautiful. So good. Nothing wrong with it.
Sonic has a neck.
Shut up. And, Patreon is not a decent income for me. I get about $100 a month.
And I get $20 a month out of this.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's better than a swift kick in the pants for fan comics, so, yeah.
True. Give us more money.
No, in the future, I'm hoping, once I'm out of school, and maybe I'm doing webcomics full-time, I'll be able to do a lot more through Patreon or a similar service, but for now, this is what we have. It's basically a tip jar. And thank you, Patreon people. Also, we have one more. Let's see. Oh, boy. Charucha, IDC or EDC, says, will we ever see what happened to those that died like Tails and Knuckles? Do they reincarnate in the universe, or is there some kind of afterlife?
Oh no, that is spoilerific.
No comment. No, sorry, no comment
no.
for now.
Not really. Although I think our decision not to talk about
no
it is kind
comment.
of a spoiler in the first place.
Hush up. It's secret.
We kind of spoiled it already, haven't we?
Any answer to that is a spoiler.
I can neither confirm nor deny at this time.
It's definitely dead. Anyway, do you want to go on to DA?
Alright, now, we're just gonna go through the comments left on DA and select the best we won't have time to answer all the questions.
Yeah, no.
No, so...
We're gonna do more than one video, and then if there's any stragglers left over, I'll probably come back and answer in text.
You can always ask more, we can do more going on, I suppose.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, how did Silver and Blaze's parents know about Nicole, Shadow, and whatnot?
They know about that because Mr. Cat recruited them a long time ago into the New Chaotix, which basically is a secret spy organization, and they specialize in collecting information on Sonic and his friends and their history. And that's how they knew about Nicole and Shadow, because Rouge, who started the New Chaotix, knew exactly what happened because she was there. And it's kind of like the main main story of their whole organization.
And sorry, that was a question by Purple Rings. I should mention who gives these questions before I go on. Right, Nova Rose 18 asks, is Shadow's story the same or are there slight differences? Like, also, what happened to Fiona after Scourge made that deal with Mr. Big Black and Scary? Did she just die of old age or something?
Well, yeah, there are slight differences in Shadow's backstory. As you mentioned, Nicole was there, and other stuff that has to do with Nicole, basically. And the Black Arm stuff did happen, but it's just not, we're not focusing on it because it's kind of distracting.
Just an aside, I'll just sort of mention that we did have plans for Black Arms at one point, but we kind of sidelined that because we had better ideas that came up later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Black Doom was going to be a thing in this.
Very calculated and well-planned story.
Otherwise known as we make this shit up as we go!
Woo! Okay, next one. That in the flashback in issue 15 with Scourge and Fiona, the last panel of that is not figurative. She literally turned to stone and shattered.
Pretty much like everyone else.
Yeah.
In the place. They have their color sucked out and they turn to stone.
The letter R got them.
Yeah, that's what the final boss of Ghost of Future is going to be. Just a giant letter R.
It's true. It's 100% true.
Okay, Strawberry Squirrel, interesting name. That's not really a lore question, but I think I'll highlight it anyway. You two seem to be good friends. How did you two meet?
Shit. DA? I think it was DeviantArt.
Yeah, I guess it was over that. It was just... God, it's kind of a long time now.
I think you approached me asking if I wanted to do art on Sonic Unbound.
Oh god, we're not going to talk about that. I'm kind of embarrassed by that thing right now.
Okay. He asked me to do art on an old fan comic, and I agreed because I had free time back then.
Oh, Sonic Unbound, Jesus Christ. That's...
It's okay. We all did things back then.
I really took on more than I could chew with that thing.
It's okay.
It was founded on an idea that I could basically do what Sonic X was gonna be, but then it kind of got away from me and started doing a load of superfluous stuff. And then I roped Evan into doing some bits for me, and it kind of took off from there, I think.
I liked it, but yeah, I think that's how we met, and then we were kind of just had mutual friends for a few years, so we kind of were around each other, but not hanging out that much.
Not really, no. I think it kind of kicked off when you shared with me your plans, initial plans, I should say, for Ghost of the Future, and then I sat down and told you why it was terrible.
Yeah, it was the initial plans for actually kind of what's turned into what we're doing now, in terms of where it would happen in the story. And it was very complicated, and had a lot of hand-waving in the logic, and we spent the last 6 years ago trying to make it not like that.
It had some good core ideas, but it was kind of meandering and wasn't really cohesive. So we'll probably share what those are later, you know, when everything's done.
But actually, but you're probably gonna slap me again. We'll talk later. Okay. Actually, I want to answer the ice cream question because I haven't answered. Eggman Hater asks, what is Silver's favorite ice cream flavor, and what about the rest of his family? Silver's favorite flavor would be, I think, like a caramel praline sort of thing. And Cicely's is like dark chocolate mint, and Venny likes fruit sorbets. Or like, she liked rainbow sherbet a lot.
What about the parents?
The parents, I'm not sure about the parents. I think her dad would like pistachio. Her dad, and mom would like... What would she like? Something rich, but with a lot of fruit flavor in it, I think.
Does it have to be something exotic?
Like Cherry Garcia. I think she'd like Cherry Garcia.
It's amazing how we have these flavors figured out.
Anyway, I just...
I'd just stick my head into a tub of vanilla and call it a day.
You need to, if you come to Santa Cruz, you need to try some of our ice cream. We have good ice cream.
I'd probably go away with a sugar rush.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway.
Okay, Eggman Fan 91 asks, will Gold the Tenrik and Von Schlimmer appear in Ghost of the Future?
Oh, I wish. No, but things from Silver Age will be in Ghost of the Future.
Oh, now you're giving
already
stuff
are
away.
in Ghost of the Future.
Technically speaking, it is Ghost of the Future, just with Von Schlimmer.
They're related, but no, I don't think Golden Schlemmer will be in it. It would be too much to get them in at this point, with where the plot is.
They might have a cameo, I suppose.
Yeah, probably
if we
cameos in the finale or something like that.
Are we going to see the ghosts of any more major characters?
No
Asks
comment.
Blitzwin.
No comment.
Oh, you've used that before. Oh, you're giving it away.
It's okay.
We know now.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm skipping over a few questions, largely because I'm not quite sure what the answer to that should be. Okay, Hoodie and Chaos asks, so when are Tikal and Sonic gonna kiss?
Not in the next issue, but they do get significantly closer in the next issue. I don't know when they're gonna kiss. It's kind of the way that I write romance. I don't really care about physical expressions of it as much as the emotional impact the characters have on each other.
I'm just gonna have to write a scene in the next arc where someone is basically doing the Sebastian tra la 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 do dee do 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 kiss the girl.
No. They'll kiss eventually, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Probably on the end page just to piss everyone off.
It's also their relationship is still very much just getting off the ground because they're both really shy and awkward about stuff like that.
Unlike Blaze.
Oh, Blaze is way better than them. They're terrible. They're
Mm-hmm.
making my life hard. I just want them to like each other. Anyway.
Right, just waiting for the car to go back. Bye. Okay, Fire Kitty LOL wants to know what role Gun plays in this story. Basically, what is Gun's role in the Ghost of the Future world, I guess?
Okay, well, Gun is a international military organization, kind of like the UN if they were really angry and had a lot of weapons. And they controlled more of the world. It's basic, and it's like, so like in America, they mostly serve as the main police force in this world, and they deal with domestic terrorist threats and disaster response. And Nicole is through her shenanigans, is a high-level commanding force, kind of from the shadows at this point, though she used to be more overt about it. And that's their stated role in the public eye. Another thing they do, largely because of Nicole's influence, is they have systematically suppressed the history of Sonic and what he did and Eggman because they were involved with weapons trafficking with Eggman, and if people knew about that, it would be horrible for their reputation as a peacekeeping organization.
It's basically that, what would I call it? I'd call it making a problem and then providing a solution. So it's basically
Exactly.
They helped Eggman set himself up and then basically used his constant attacks as an excuse to expand their power. With Nicole being the shadowy force in the background, linking the two.
Yeah, and also suppressing the history of what Sonic did is part of them maintaining the social structure of their society. The racism. They're racist. But we're never going to talk about that in the story.
No, not really.
This is not a social commentary story. But anyway,
we could do one later, I guess.
Oh my god, no! I don't want to open that can of worms.
We'll have so many comments about SJWs.
I don't. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about my overly complicated social system for the Sonic world.
Yeah. But just an aside for a moment, this does kind of remind me of a fanfiction I read once where Sonic is awakened as a clone, like literally 200 years in the future, and by then Gun is pretty much ruling everything, and on the Ark there's a big laboratory full of clones of all of the original cast that they've basically been recreating over and over.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I forget where I read that now.
I have to look
I
it
really
up.
must look that up again. Ebony in Pajamas from STC were in it for some reason.
Because the writer liked them.
And Sonic ended up dying or Sonic Clone ended up dying at the end.
Cool.
And he was happy about it.
Less cool.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
I'm sorry, somebody got very lost on their way.
Okay. Is it safe to Moon Phantom asks, is it safe to assume that Silver and Blaze's home is basically San Francisco, or is it just another city or zone?
It is San Francisco, although I do love the name Golden Coast Zone. That's very cute. Technically, the Gold Ring Chinese restaurant is in Chinatown, and Silver his family does not live in the city proper. Their regular house from issue 7 is like 2 hours down the coast near where I live. You see what I did there? And it's
So basically,
in Boulder
they're
Creek.
your neighbors.
Yeah, they're my neighbors. And
You
the
wish.
big house is kind of near Half Moon Bay. Well, it's based on Hearst Castle, but I put it near Half Moon Bay, which is on the coast, going up towards San Francisco.
And didn't you tell me once that Pumpkin Hill is nearby you or something?
Okay, that area near Half Moon Bay, that coastline, it's like 2 hours of coastline. Almost the whole way, there's pumpkin fields. So that's why I put Pumpkin Hill Zone.
They kind of have to be, like, carved into
It's not in a
mountains.
crazy stone place, it's just by the ocean. But there's pumpkins.
Near enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, Comic Chronicler asks, will we see any other versions of Sonic in the comic? Also, will we see other Sonic villains like Enerjack?
Yeah. Yes, we will definitely see other versions of Sonic. We've actually already announced that, is that the next big arc, starting with issue 17, I think, is actually a crossover with Sonic the Comic, and that Sonic is going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. And I think that's the only other Sonic we're going to see.
As far as I know, yeah, that's about it. As for villains, well...
We're not planning on Enerjack.
Well,
not
no,
cameo.
Maybe. If it's going to be a cameo, it should be that one from the Silver thing.
The not Silver Age.
the not Silver. Basically, the one where they go to the Sonic
the Dark
Other
Future
M
one.
thing.
Yeah,
that one.
'Cause
That
he's
should be
badass.
that. Yeah, I like that Enerjack design.
Or it could be Janica had a cool. That was Lara Sue. My bad.
As for any other villains, do we want to talk about that a bit?
Probably. I don't.
Well, there are 2 villains coming in the next arc.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Because STC Robotnik's going to be there, and he's going to have a hench guy there. Not his regular, not Grimmer, but
No.
somebody else from STC.
Actually, it's pronounced Grimer.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
I asked the actual STC guys about this. It is
Good to
pronounced
know.
Grimer.
Okay.
But yes, STC Robotnik is going to be in Ghost of the Future.
Yeah. It's going to be
Okay.
fun to draw.
Okay, Jack Dev 99 asks, which Sonic games actually took place in this universe? In this universe, all of them or just some of them?
That's a hard question. most of them. Everything before Sonic 06 happened. Because that's when I started making the story, and that's what I was building off of when I started. I tried to make a story that was flexible, but it's kind of hard to future-proof a story where the canon keeps changing. So, I don't think...
Sonic Unleashed happened.
Sonic Unleashed definitely happened. I don't think Sonic Generations happened. At least not in this universe.
Sonic Colors?
I mean, Colors could happen. It's like it wouldn't hurt anything. I can't speak for Forces, because I don't know what happens in Forces.
Not yet, anyway.
Can't speak for Mania, because I haven't played it yet. I don't know if it counts as part of the canon. I think it does. Shut up. Did anything else? Sonic Chronicles didn't happen, because that's not part of the main timeline. I'm trying to think. Sonic Heroes happened. Some of the mobile games are a little bit... Not the mobile games, like the portable games, are a little iffy for me because I haven't played all of them. But I want to say they happened. Although I know a lot happens in Sonic Battle, so I'm not entirely sure it all meshes well.
I don't think there's a cohesive timeline of Sonic events, really. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Sonic Advance 3 takes place after Sonic Battle, but...
I mean, Club Rouge is in Ghost of the Future, so you should probably assume that Sonic Battle happened.
I think what you should really do is up to Sonic 06, assume that everything before Sonic 06 happened, and that everything else is nebulous unless it's directly referenced.
Yeah, like Archie Sonic rules. Assume it happened unless it is directly contradicted. And yeah, Sonic 06 itself did happen, but I'm just going with the clean erase of the timeline theory, and it's like, so that happened, everything got erased, and then Ghost of the Future happened.
You could almost say that this was caused by a split in the timeline.
Exactly.
And, oh dear god, Livy OVJ has...
I'm probably gonna answer hers in text, because a lot of these are just like, she needs to reread some issues.
Yeah, we did see your questions.
We appreciate your questions. There's a lot of them. I will answer them myself later.
Yeah.
With links to the relevant information.
Does every... Harvestman Man, lovely. Does every evil character have fangs, or is that just a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence.
They're all vampires.
Well, Shadow also has fangs, and he's not evil. It's more of a personality thing. I think that I'd like to draw the characters who kind of have a darker side with fangs, and that's usually the villains.
Does Nicole have fangs?
She has fangs. She has fangs, actually, because Shadow has fangs. And they, actually, if you look at them, they have the same, like, jaw structure a lot of the time. They're supposed to kind of look similar.
Oh, so that's why you made his muscle furry.
Yeah.
Oh. I just thought you needed a shave.
Well, it started with... I just thought it was pretty in the Secret Rings arc, and then I got back, and I'm like, wait, he looks like Nicole. That's what I wanted. So he has...
Totally intended!
Yeah.
Okay, Insen, I think that's how you pronounce that, asks, why were Rouge and Omega in Mobius with an E?
They were... This is going to be probably explained in a little more detail later, but they were there because they were researching Anarchy Barrel, actually. They were looking for ways to get the Chaos Emeralds back because they found out that they were gone, and they knew that was bad news. So they thought, like, oh, we'll help out Shadow because he's got to do this thing. We'll start researching ways to get the emeralds back, and that investigation led them to looking into Anarchy Barrel and discovering Mobius with an E. And they were on an expedition to explore there when things went very far south, and Scourge messed everything up, and they got petrified.
They got R'd.
Yeah.
I think we have just enough time for 2 to 3 more questions, maybe?
Okay, do you want to go through Tumblr?
Are there any on Tumblr?
There are some on Tumblr. Give me a second.
Okay, let's have a look on Tumblr. Anyone who we didn't answer questions on DeviantArt, we probably will get to you later on down the line.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we got on Tumblr?
I'm scrolling through my dash.
You have a very
There's
noisy
a bird
background.
outside. I'm sorry about that.
Shoot him.
No, he's a good bird. Let's see. This will only take a second, I swear to God. Where did I put it?
I don't know. I'm not in the same room with
I
you.
know. I know I asked on here.
This was a totally professional recording we've done, guys.
We're so good at podcasts. So good. Okay. Let's see what we got. Answer that question. Ariel Basket asked, did anyone else in Silver's family have powers like his, or was he the first one? I don't think his family is very prone to having superpowers. His mom got hers from an artifact. His dad doesn't have any superpowers. Venny had dormant superpowers, but they were, like Silver's, they were only activated when he came in when they came in contact with a large amount of chaos energy.
And Cicely's is the power of robot love.
She has the power of being smart.
Technically, you could say her dad has that too.
Yeah.
Is that really a superpower? Was that like a heightened intelligence thing, like a comic book type
I think
thing?
it's just kind of like they're a super scientist and they're good at building stuff.
In other words, they're just the typical fictional scientist that's good at every science,
Yeah, exactly.
rather than specialized.
Yeah. Here's another question is, the burning question I have, also is that going to be a pun, is, their burning question is reincarnation a thing? Because Blaze seems to be the same Blaze Sonic knew from his time, and
that
if
is a
so, what would that mean for Sonic, Venny, Tikal, etc. being restored to fleshy bodies?
Actually, that's something I wanted to ask myself, because Sonic implied that he knew his Blaze, and then is this a new Blaze or the same Blaze?
This is a
or
different
what?
Blaze. Sonic Rush did happen, but the way it works is the Sonic Rush universe, the Soul Dimension, is a separate dimension that is offset in time from Sonic's dimension
Oh, yeah.
by 200 years.
I mean,
So,
yeah, we kind of have that running in the next arc with another thing as well.
yeah, and so the Blaze that Silver knows is the Blaze she's native to that dimension. She was born there normally. She has no connection to the Soul Dimension. I was originally foreshadowing doing a thing where Rush Blaze comes in and does things, but I never did that arc, which is why there's a couple pages where Sonic's kind of like freaking out a little bit about Blaze, because he recognized her, but you can just chalk it up to he's not used to seeing people he knew from back then, and it kind of wigs him out. Cause, yeah, they're not the same person. And, Venny still got her body. She can just go back. She's paralyzed, but she can go back fine. Did the call die?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I was just listening.
And, as for reincarnation, for, like, Sonic or Tikal, I think the jury's still out on that one.
We haven't quite gotten the ending hammered out yet. We
Yeah.
know more or less what's gonna happen, but the details are still a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
We're more or less concentrating on the next arc after Evan's intermediary Sugar Skulls arc. That's its official name.
Oh, it's not
the Sugar
even an
Skulls
arc, it's just one issue. This is the
Sugar
idea of
Skulls.
Monaco's story.
Sugar Skulls. Sugar
It's
Skulls.
not called Sugar Skulls.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm gonna give it a Spanish name. I haven't figured it out yet. Anyway,
Next question.
We got one more question here. Said,
Alright, one more.
Well, we could do,
Can we do
yeah,
one?
one more.
Okay.
Socially Awkward Toaster. Oh, the previous question was from Mambo Cat, and this question is from Socially Awkward Toaster, who says, you've been making Ghost of Future for a pretty long time. How much have your plans for the plot changed over time?
Didn't we kind of answer that earlier?
We've answered that. Are the plot changes with the weather and the alignment of the planets and anyone's current mood It changes a lot.
Yeah.
We've had several. We're on like the third draft of the current arc, I think.
I think so, yeah. And there's also a couple of arcs that we wanted to do, but we kind of had to abandon due to only being
restraints.
human.
Yeah, there's a few arcs that were kind of more plot cul-de-sacs. Hi, Devin. We're doing a thing. Go downstairs. We're almost done. Hi, good morning. Go, stop looking at me. He's looking at me.
Tell him Giant Morrison sausage rolls.
Tom wants
It-
me
it-
to
it-
remind
it's a
you
thing.
about the sausage rolls in the UK, and they're selling ones that are this long now.
UK sausages suck.
Ugh! So rude.
I could make a joke about that, but it's beneath me.
Anyway, yeah, we had some kind of like short, like some more storybook arcs. Like we wanted to do a Black Knight thing.
Yeah, and I did like some concept art of Imperial Roman swap
I
pots.
still really like the setup for that. It was kind of a combination of a few different takes on the Arthurian legends combined with some SatAM stuff, and it was very cool. But maybe someday we'll do something with that.
Yeah, it might be a nice standalone type thing.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't even have to be Ghost of the Future.
No, not really, no. I mean, we could just do the third storybook thing that they will never do.
Yes, and there was more. I kind of wanted to do more Secret Rings, which we are kind of maybe doing.
It's sort of. I'd like to have a little reference come in just to round it off at the end,
Yeah.
but
They said they'd go back, and then they never did.
they never
What
got through
else?
that mountain of handkerchiefs.
And I had a Knight's story that I still might do someday as a short thing, but it wasn't. It was mostly just me having fun. It wasn't plot relevant.
I persuaded her to do the STC crossover instead.
Yeah, that was actually pushing the story forward, so it was better.
Okay, any more
Yeah.
questions? Was that it for now?
I think that was good for a first pass.
Alright, that's it then.
Yeah, we'll
okay,
do
people,
more next time.
we'll do more. If you want to supply us with questions, we will answer them. We'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.